Hi, I'm John Thielen.
And I'm Andy Ellingson. We had an awesome morning of duck hunting, and now that we're back at the house, we harvested our birds, cleaned them up, and we are prepping some of our favorite duck meals. And a family that hunts together eats together, or pigs out together.
So when cutting the jalapenos for jalapeno poppers, you want to cut the stem off nice and thin, so you leave some of the base of it. And then what I like to do is make a little slit right here, keeping that stem piece there. That way the cream cheese doesn't want to leak out once on the smoker. And that is ready for the duck and the cream cheese. So usually out of a smaller breast like a wood duck or a teal, you can usually get 2. Wood duck, you try to get 3, and then a mallard, depending upon the size, you can get 5 or 6 slices. And you want to keep that slice about to the size of what's inside your popper. That way it fills it up nice, and then that slice of meat tops it off, and then wrap it up with bacon nice and tight, and on the smoker it goes.
So now on to our duck wontons. So for this very tasty treat, we use about 2 to 4 small wood duck size duck breasts raw. And then we mix in some rice vinegar, green onion, ginger.
We use soy sauce and cream cheese.
Yeah, and that about rounds out the recipe. We just put in a little seasoning, whatever your favorite is. You can add a little bit of pepper to it, like a little bit of jalapeno or red pepper too, if you want a little kick to it.
So first we need a glass of milk and our wonton wrappers, okay? You dab a little bit in your milk and trace right around the sides of your wonton wrapper, like this. Very nice and easily. Now, you do not want to add too much.
We just take like a nice teaspoon of the filling and we dab it right in the middle. Can you see that okay?
Faster to professional food.
This is a family affair, even when we assemble wontons. We have kind of assembly line once we get going, yes. So Emma, can you tell us why you brush it with milk on the edges?
So then it becomes more of a doughy texture and it sticks to itself a bit more than if it was dry.
We drop them into hot oil for 1 to 2 minutes, so just the outside of the dough is just turning golden brown. And then we like to dip it in like a sweet red chili sauce or a wasabi sauce. Anything ranch always works too, but our favorites are probably the sweet red chili, don't you think? Would you agree? Yeah, it's pretty yummy stuff. So for our final dish today, we're going to do a sauteed duck. It's kind of our own little made-up recipe. It's super yummy. It's one of everybody's favorites. We use fresh breasts out of our wood ducks and teal, and we slice those up 1/2 inch thick, 1 inch long. We'll be cooking down first our fresh vegetables, a mix of onions, peppers, fresh garlic, and mushrooms. We'll put in the ducks with a little bit, our duck breasts with a little bit of sherry and olive oil, and finish it off.
Okay, so we're getting ready to throw the jalapeno duck poppers onto our smoker. For the poppers, I like to have that temperature right at about 225. It's gonna help the jalapenos get soft while allowing the bacon to get crispy. And what I like to do is just put the bigger ones where the main heat is gonna be more towards the center. And the key to this too is you wanna get that bacon crispy, but you don't wanna overcook the duck. You want that duck a nice medium rare. If it gets too well done, then it gets chewy. So it's kind of a little bit of a balance you gotta maintain. Cooking on this, it kind of varies. There's really no temperature range that you gotta gauge or probe. Big thing is just keep an eye on it. Make sure that the bacon's not flaring up. You just wanna make sure that that bacon's nice and brown and crisping up, and then they're pretty much done. So we just put our duck wontons in. Big thing is you want to keep that temperature right at 350 degrees. These only take about 1 or 2 minutes. So as soon as they start floating, I'll flip them over real quick, get the other side crispy. Don't want to overcook them where the cream cheese is going to come out of them, and then we'll pull them off.
Vegetables are cooked down nicely, just nice and tender, not soggy or overcooked. We're gonna add the duck in. And again, we just wanna cook this to a rare, slight medium rare. We're just adding a little bit of our cooking wine, a little flavor. And I love cooking on these cast iron pans. Love the way they hold the temperature. Just a couple minutes on that. Those look yummy.
Okay, so we're just sitting down to our family meal after a great morning of duck hunting. If you get the chance, get outdoors, fishing, hunting with family and friends. You'll really enjoy it. I'm John Thielen.
I'm Andy Ellingson. I'm Jan Mauss. Eat what you harvest. See you next time on Midwest Outdoors.